What's up guys, P by Mash UK, Speed VR with a Arcade1up mod video. I have to say, anyone who is looking to buy an Arcade1up where the controller is built into the screen, okay, do your modifications before you build the cabinet. Okay, this has been completely modded. It's got a Pi 4 in there, Pi 4B. It's got 600 odd vertical games. It's got normal 4x3 games as well. We've replaced all the buttons. This is a Sanwa, a genuine Sanwa stick. And it's beautiful. This blue button here switches the joystick from 4-way to 8-way. If it's blue, it's in 4-way. You might just be able to hear it. Hear that? Now it's red. It's coming up as orange on the video. That means it's in 8-way now. So there's a motor inside that switches the gate from 4 to 8. Press it again. And now it's blue and it's 4-way. But what a nightmare it was to do it. Honestly, I had to lie it down, take this side panel off. When I took the side panel off, this fell out. This was wobbling. The screen was wobbling. The marquee fell out. Oh my God, it was just stress. So got there in the end. And behind this panel is a piece of wood that goes right across. I had to cut out a chunk for the motor head on the joystick to fit. So I sorted that out. Then when I put the panel back on, I thought everything was good. But I could see that at the back there was gaps. I thought, what's going on now? So I went round the back and I could see the wood where I'd made the cut a chunk out, was touching the motor. Now I thought that was okay, but it was stopping the panels from coming together. So luckily, all I had to do was just cut a little bit more out. And then as soon as I did that and removed that last millimetre of wood, the whole cabinet just went clunk, and my fucking heart stopped. But what it was the panels snapping into each other. Oh my God. So then I went round the sides and tightened the screws up even more, and now it's perfect. The motor's working, the joystick's been replaced, the buttons are nice, the Pi's working. I've got these two buttons here, my Batasera start and select, and it's wonderful now. Playing these vertical games in the right aspect ratio is just an absolute gift. Now I'm going to show you what 4x3 looks like on this screen, okay? Oh, there's something else I've got to tell you about the joystick as well. Something else you're going to have to realise if you're going to mod one of these upright vertical screen Arcade1ups. I'm telling you all this because you don't realise it until you attempt to do the mod. Just let this warm up. Okay, so as you can see, it's crystal clear. but there's borders on the top and bottom, but it's all right. Honestly, really, it doesn't bother me at all. In fact, the resolution looks sharper. But, so you put your coin in. Oh. Now, I want to talk to you about up, down, left and right. Okay? Let me talk to you about up, down, left and right. You're probably thinking, what the fuck is he on about now? Okay? This joystick, okay, is lying on its side. So instead of it being upwards, it's across here. Because that's how the original Arcade1up joystick was. The holes were drilled there and there instead of here and here. Okay. So I put it in. Obviously went into the games and I realised because the joystick is on the side lying horizontal instead of vertical, the up, downs, left and rights are all back to front. And I thought, right, I've had enough now. Something else you got to think about, yeah. So what I've had to do, because I didn't want to take it all apart again and start pissing around, centering my joystick, drilling holes, moving stuff, and just, you know, all I've done is for every game you hold down select and your A button, and that takes you into RetroArch. And what you have to do then, you go down to controls for each game and you reverse. So up is joystick left, down is joystick right, left is joystick down, right is joystick up. And you have to do that for every game, because for some reason I cannot figure out how you do it globally for every single game. There's no option. You know, if so, I mean, I've done it now. I've done it for all my games, and as I come across new games, you know, I'll just go through the process. Yeah. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh my God. It's because the controls are... There we go. So, with all that, am I pleased now? Yes, I am. Because I've got a fantastic screen in the right orientation. Oh yeah. Another thing as well. The volume. I got the volume working on the original speakers. How about that? So I didn't have to buy an amp and speakers, because these speakers in these deluxe cabinets are pretty good. So the volume's working. The only thing that isn't working, because you have to mess around with scripts and stuff on Pi. And I wasn't. I mean, I can script. I used to be a Unix admin, so I'm all right with scripting. And Pi's Linux anyway, so. Well, should I say Bataseira's Linux? So I'm good. I'm good with Linux. I'm good with scripting. I've been doing it all my life, but I just cannot be arsed at the minute to figure out how you do the control the Pi with the volume button. So all I do is I just turn it off at the wall. Simple. Go down, do the shutdown. Yeah. Go into start. Go to quit. Shut down. And that's it. It shuts down. And once all the lights go off, the Pi is shut down. If I want to turn my whole cabinet off, so if a marquee's not lit up, I just turn it off at the plug. But to turn the whole thing on again, you got to turn it off, and that now boots for Pi. What a performance! But it's worth it because it's done now. The whole machine is done. And I got my Pac-Man at the top as well there. You see that? So we're all good. So the buttons have been upgraded. The joystick's been upgraded. I've got a gate switcher, 8-way, 4-way. Bassisera's all configured for the joysticks and the games. The cabinet's solid, it's up and running, it's not shaking, it's sturdy, I haven't missed anything. I am now ready to jump into some proper retro vertical shooting. Galaga, Strikers, all those brilliant games, and they just look amazing when we're in the original aspect ratio. They really do. I mean, if I want to play an 8-way game like a beat 'em up or something, I just press the button and that joystick's now in 8-way. Press it again, back to 4-way. So there you go. So it's been a chore modding this cabinet. My first Arcade1up cabinet that I had a couple of years ago was easy to do because all you had to do is just take out the panel. But on these models, the panel is connected to the screen. It's all one unit. And you have to take the one of the side panels off, unscrew everything, slide it out, go and put it on your workbench or whatever. Do your mod. Do your mods before you build the cabinet, guys. And if you're going to use a 4-way, 8-way switcher, make sure you cut from a piece of wood at the back of here. There's a piece of wood directly underneath there. You've got to cut a notch out about so long, about that deep, about 5mm deep, 10mm wide, 15-20mm wide. You'll know how long you need to cut it, but do it all before you build the cabinet. Get your mod working. I mean, I knew I was going to mod this, but I just wanted the cabinet up and running, so I built it. And then I found out that the Galaga ROM on here was absolute shit. Terrible Arcade1up Galaga ROMs. Even Mappy was terrible as well, which is why I've modded it with a Pi to get the proper MAME ROMs on there. So I'm sorted now. I'm ready to play. But it's all done. If you want to ask any questions, just put them in the comments. Later, guys.